Market Cipher B. We're going to go over this one because this is a doozy, making sure that you are prepared as a trader using the best indicator, the best oscillator, the all-in-one magical Market Cipher B, which will help you, which helps me make money. So let's get into it. Looking at this, what is Market Cipher B? Momentum trading. We got waves. We got money flow. Woo, money flow, baby. We got VWAP. We got RSIs, we got stochastics that switch in between. Who needs two lines when you have one line? So going over this, we have these in our Discord. If you want to join, our Discord link is down below, but you can get these and you can read over these, but they have momentum waves, which alert us, on bottoms and where the oscillation's going. It also gives us divergences. We have the yellow VWAP, which is an oscillator down below as well, which kind of leads the way in all the trading. And then we have momentum waves and money flow. So the momentum waves are more of a medium-term time frame where we can find beautiful divergences to make money. And then we have the slow and grinding money flow that makes us lots of money. We follow the money, we make the money, and then we use the stochastics in the RSI line for a little bit of confirmation. Now, diverging price action, you can have hidden divergences. You can have bullish, bearish divergences. It is a great tool, and they bring lucrative trading strategies to us. Okay, so this is Market Cipher B. We're going to jump into how I use it and what I have done here. So all I have done differently is I have changed my oscillator here. On the VWAP, I've changed it to a line, and I've added in a positive 10 and a negative 10 line. Okay, you can see the purple line down here. It's a little bit faded, but you can see it here, and that is for my VWAP. I've added that in so that I have a overbought and an oversold area on my VWAP. That is all I have changed, and then I use my VWAP as a line. Okay, so how are we using Market Cipher B? How do I use it? Well, let's jump into it. So we're on the Bitcoin 1 hour price. Okay, so first and foremost, what do we have to know about Market Cipher B? Is we need to know how it oscillates. So there's 3 oscillations. Okay, there's VWAP, money flow, and momentum waves. Okay, VWAP is quick. This is your first one. Momentum waves, number 2. Money flow, number 3. We have to know how they oscillate. When looking at the chart here, you're going to see VWAP moving quite quickly. You're going to see the momentum waves moving quite mediumly, if that's the word. And then you can see the money is continuing to oscillate this way. This is very important. This is how we use the oscillator. So we look to our VWAP, then we look to our momentum waves, then we look to our money flow. We got to have an order of operations. That's very important. And then I personally use stochastics RSI. So the stochastics is the red and green one. The RSI is the purple one. I use this for confirmations, okay? Posturing negatively or positively, right? Negatively or positively. The stochastics oscillates in the upper region, okay? Overbought, oversold within here. That is something you need to understand as well. The momentum waves are within here. The money is within here. This is your zero line, okay? Make sure you understand where your zero line is. It is very, very significant. It will help you know when price is trending above the zero line, okay? It'll tell you when you get trigger waves below the zero line, okay? It will allow you to identify VWAP crossovers throughout your price action. It'll also allow you to identify money flow crossovers, which are hella great signals, okay? And it'll show you trending, okay? It'll show you trending. So very, very important to understand, and this is how we make money. So every morning, I do a top-down analysis. Now, the higher-term timeframes kind of lead us into the shorter-term timeframes. Now, I trade on the 15-minute generally, but I will always look at the higher-term timeframes, right? So I did a top-down analysis right now, and if I'm just going through this, I'm on the daily. So I can see that we're a bit overextended here, posturing to the downside on stochastics, and we're getting a red dot, which is suggesting a little bit of downside, right? Money has come back in. This is another thing to notice. Money on the daily is strong. So we have clearly been uptrending. We have come down, dipped our toes, and now we are pushing onwards and upwards, trying to have positive money flow. You can see that we were oscillating down below 4, which suggests a downtrend, right? When we're in an uptrend, you can see we oscillate above the 0 line, suggesting an uptrend, okay? And you can see how thick the money flow is. We know the Bitcoin price action, but we can see at the peak of this, we were flying to the upside, right? Oscillating above the 0 line, right? So we are in a clear uptrend, oscillating above the 0 line. Anytime, this is one of my strategies, anytime we get a dip below, such as this one here, let's just go to the momentum waves, a dip below here, or a dip below here, or a dip below here. These are buying opportunities. And you can see, boom, 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 they all work out quite nicely. So that's one thing to note, is where we're trending and what's going on. So I would look at the daily today, and I would say that, hey, we could be cooling off a little bit because the oscillator and the stochastics is starting to roll over. Money is rolling over, right? So we could be looking for a little bit of downtrendingness. Okay, so that's my general thesis. Then I'll flip through certain time frames. I will do the 12, the 8, the 4, and then into the nitty-gritty under 4-hour time frames, right? So going into the 12-hour, we can see that we have actually cooled off here on our momentum waves, and we have VWAP posturing. So VWAP posturing for me is the leading indicator that will help me determine the next move. Okay, so you can see here on a higher term time frame that we have come down below our -10 line here on VWAP, and we are starting to turn up. Our momentum wave is coming down to our 0 line. We are starting to curve in. Okay, so these are all good signs of a potential reversal alongside with money flattening out. Okay, this is very crucial because it allows me to forecast into my shorter term time frames, which will give me a better idea of which direction we could be looking to go today. If I go into my 8-hour, we can see here. Now we can really see the picture. Money is green, cooling off, flattening out. VWAP is coming back in. We were oscillating above. Now we are trigger waving down below. A trigger wave is either we get a big anchor wave and a trigger wave, okay, anchor trigger, or we get an oscillation above and then a little dip down. I also call this a trigger wave down here because it shows that we were moving in an uptrend, and then we have dipped our toes down below looking to fire off an anchor trigger wave, okay, continuation to the upside. So this is something we can do for forecasting the price action of the day, okay. Going into our 4-hour, now we are into where I would call the nitty-gritty. 4 hours and underneath, where, you know, this thing is going to print a couple of prints today on the price action. So if you're trading during the day, you can expect, you know, maybe 4 candles on the 4-hour, maybe 4 or 5 candles, but you're going to really use this one to forecast your day, right? So your 4-hour, you're getting a green dot, VWAP crossing over the 0 line, money coming back into the market. So to me, this looks like we're getting a little bit of a pushback, right? And then by doing this, we can also flip into our shorter term time frames and try to forecast what's coming up next. That's how I'm definitely using this to kind of give me an idea of which way price is going to go. So when I look at this and I say, hey, what is my thesis, right? So if I just put this one in here and I go here to my template, market Cipher B, what is my thesis? So I typically look at my 3-day, my daily, my 12-hour, my 8-hour, my 4-hour, my 1, 2, 3 in the place to be to set up my trading day, right? And by looking at this, I can say that, okay, the 3-day is starting to try to be bullish, okay? Right? The 3-day is starting to try to be bullish. However, the daily is still pointing down, right? The 12-hour is still pointing down. right? The 8-hour is starting to curve back up. The 4-hour is printing a green dot, pushing back up. And the 1, 2, 3s are looking like they're a bit overextended and pushing up. So overall, I want to go to the 3-day. I can see the daily is a little bit cooked, so maybe we have some chop sideways, but we're looking to push back in. And this is how I build a thesis for my day, and then I can go and execute on the short-term timeframes. Now, what are some of the best things I like on Market Cipher B in order to make money? I love divergences. Okay, divergences are money makers. They to me show beautiful ways of price diverging and allowing me to capitalize on price action. So what divergences can we be looking for? If we zoom into any price action here, we can look for divergences throughout where we are making maybe higher highs or lower lows or vice versa, right? So if I'm looking at price action here and I'm looking for continuation here, right? There's basic Market Cipher strategy, which is an anchor and a trigger wave. So you got anchor and trigger wave, but I can also see that a divergence here occurs where I'm making a higher high and a lower low, okay? Diverging price, and look at the absolute blast off we get just from that move alongside, okay, alongside with a money flow crossover, okay? So you're getting money crossing over into the green here, right here. So not only do you get your little bit of a trigger wave, but you get the money flow crossover as well. So adding the confluence throughout your charts is going to make you massively more profitable, right? This is how we're going to use this in order to build a thesis. Now, you can be looking for longer term divergences, which are also very powerful. Another tool that I do use a lot is I follow the money, okay? If money is coming in, if money is coming out, it's going to be an extremely useful tool, okay? So we can go through our Market Cipher B and just mark out where money comes in and money comes out, okay? So money comes out here, money comes in here, right? Money actually starts ramping over here, money comes out here, money comes in here, right? So we're just marking out money flow and where price is coming in and out, right? So you can see price coming out. Oh, we were in a very aggressive downtrend. That would have been a perfect short opportunity, right? Money came out over here as well. Perfect short opportunity, okay? Money coming into the market. Perfect long opportunity. Into the market. Perfect long opportunity. Money has come out of the market, so a little bit of a push back, but then eventually dropping, okay? Money coming into the market, massive run here, okay? And this is just on the 12-hour, okay? So this is quite high time frames, but you can use this on the short-term time frame. So go back test your Market Cipher B, look for confluence, look for divergences whenever you money coming in, money coming out, and look how well that works, okay? It's so powerful on that zero line crossover, okay? Another thing that I really like to use is the high term time frame VWAP, okay? So the high term time frame VWAP can be absolutely super powerful. So what do I use it on? I use it a lot on the 3-day, okay? The 3-day is kind of my Easter egg that I use all the time to kind of forecast. So looking in here, we're zooming in and we're looking at this yellow line, the VWAP here, right? So we are looking for zero line crossovers. Let's mark out our zero line crossovers, right? So I'm using the tool on the high term time frame because the VWAP moves fast on a high term time frame. You think about it, you want something that's moving quick to kind of forecast. The momentum waves, yeah, they're great. I find them better on the medium term time frames, and then the money flows better on the short term time frames. Think about the contrast, right? If I'm on a quick time frame candle chart, I want to watch the money flow because it's going to give me smoother ideas, right? If I'm on, let's say, the 1 to 4 hour, I want to watch the momentum waves because it's that medium term time frame, right? If I'm watching the longer term time frames, I'm looking at the VWAP because it's quicker, but the time is slower, okay? So very good trick to using Market Cipher in that way too. So we're marking out the VWAP crossovers on the higher term time frames, and you can see how powerful this is, okay? Look at the beautiful crossover here. bang, to the upside. Look at this, calling the top to the downside, okay? We're getting a crossover to the upside. Boom, look at this run, okay? You cannot deny how accurate this has been. One out of all these lines is wrong, okay? So this is just to add massive confluence to all your trading styles. So make sure that you guys are using the link down below for Market Cipher B. It's going to help you immensely, okay? Join us. We're live Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hope this helps you guys. God bless. Peace.